safe to unban. Maniacs. Joe Blizzard. Good last name based off of the Philadelphia story you just told.
Yeah, Joe Blizzard's a good name.
And
Playing Azorius Control, perfect.
against Michael Coyle playing Grixis Whir. Just firing off with a Tormod's Crypt and a Welding Jar.
Joe Blizzard playing Tundra Control.
Yeah.
Can't make that up.
Tundra Man, by the way, is a villain in the newest Mega Man, which is kind of wild. They're running out of ice bosses. Joe Blizzard could be the next ice boss in Mega Man. I guess there's so many words you can just keep making ice bosses, right? You just don't run out of ways to describe the cold.
You don't.
It's just you have to keep thinking of
Have
stages.
you watched Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? There are so many puns.
Well, there's a lot of ice bosses already. There's like an ice boss in every Mega Man game.
Yeah.
So, you've got Freeze Man, Frost Man, Ice Man, Cold Man. There's been a Blizzard Man who's just a snowball on skis.
That's great.
And has a snow hat. It's one of the worst bosses of all time. And then we had Tundra Man in the most recent one.
What is that?
Which one?
The invention on the far left.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is that a staff of, whatever? Let me see.
That's in Snaring Bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this dude's got a nice. Michael, he's got a nice cards. Some snow-covered islands here. Let's see what this is. Pirate Spellbomb. Michael going to pass the turn. I believe the Blizzard. No lands here for Joe. He's having some difficulty. Hold on. How about a Whir on the upkeep? It looks like. Whir's going to resolve.
Go get yourself a bottle cloister.
Yeah.
Or whatever that is.
I think that's a bottle cloister.
Really, they made an invention, bottle cloister?
I'm not 100% positive. Crucible of Worlds.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay. We're setting up the lock. Would it surprise you if they made a bottle cloister invention? No.
It's not exactly the most popular card.
Well,
are there any strip mine style lands in this deck? A Tectonic Edge.
Here's a Sorcerer's Spyglass. There's just a lot of artifacts in the battlefield.
Hit new Riverloot is pretty sweet. With Crucible, you just start going to town.
Here we go. Let's see what the hand is. Jace the Mind Sculptor, Terminus, Cryptic Command, Teferi, Timely Reinforcements in this matchup.
That's nice.
That's nice. Path to Exile in this matchup, nice. I think there's 2 Terminus land. How many of these cards do anything? Cryptic Command?
Yep, Planeswalkers.
You're going to Spyglass Jace.
Right.
So there's a Teferi and a Cryptic, and nothing else does anything.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dig it. We'll figure out what Sorcerer Spyglass is naming. Sorcerer Spyglass named Flooded Strand.
That's great.
There's a Plains past the turn back. Let's take a look at Sorcerer Spyglass. Cycle the Pirate Spellbomb here, Michael. New card. Play a land from the graveyard. Play a. I think that's an Engineered Explosives. Chalice on 1. It's close. These inventions are unacceptable. Celestial Colonnade on the battlefield.
It is tough to make heads or tails of what's going on.
Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. All right, Flooded Strand iced. Nice. Michael Coyle going to get some more lands out of his deck. So let's see. He's got a Welding Jar, Tormod's Crypt, Chalice on 1, Sorcerer's Spyglass, naming Flooded Strand, an Ensnaring Bridge, and a Crucible of Worlds. Okay. There's another land. Past the turn. Blizzard. Blizzard time. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I really hope that Michael doesn't lose to this since he saw it.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
That would be awkward. Joe's going to Fate Seal himself. Top card's going to go to the bottom.
Yeah, I guess Blizzard's perspective here is that so few cards in his deck are live, he might as well just rush to the ultimate.
I agree.
Yeah. No, I think that's... Also, he would just discard a hand size anyway, so...
Couple of lands from the graveyard there from Michael. He's going to Fate Seal again. Will Joe Blizzard targeting himself?
Gotta say, as you mentioned, not a great look to Spyglass something other than Jason, then just lose to Jace.
That would be a touch awkward. Terminus will go to the graveyard. Good place for that. Michael is going to play a... Yep. That's an explosives for 0. He's going to Welding Jar the Tormod's Crypt. I'm really, really confused. Oh, does he need to blow up his own chalice? And now I think that's a pithing needle. I think. You're not as entertained as I am.
I'm opting out of this. You can't make me watch this.
All right, pithing needle is going to lock up Jace. All right, we got ourselves a Field of Ruin because Joe Blizzard needs another blue source. We got one. Mm-hmm. You've opted out. You're looking at your FanDuel lineup. You have opted out.
I'm tapping out.
I'm
not watching.
All right. We'll see. We'll see if Stephen Green wants to hop in here soon. Maybe.
Yep.
This might be more his speed. There's a that Flooded Strand. Remember, is still on the battlefield, but it got hit by Sorcerer's Spyglass. So now Jace is locked down by the needle. See if Joe wants to maybe play land in a Teferi. I'm going to go search for his content instead. 7 cards there for Joe. Let's go back over to Michael. Play a land from the graveyard. Grafdigger's Cage.
Take that.
Yeah. How does this deck win?
So you have Ipnu Revolute plus Crucible.
Please don't let that be the answer.
That's one engine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I legitimately have no idea how this deck wins. Teferi resolved.
You have a Pyrite Spell Bomb.
Is there an Academy Ruins? There's one Academy Ruins.
Right.
If the way this deck wins is Academy Ruins, Pyrite Spellbomb, or the one Ipnu Rivulet, Nick is fired. On his birthday. All right, Joe.
Well, the upshot is it doesn't seem like Coyle's deck is all that well suited to interact with Planeswalkers.
That's true. Well, he's got a bunch of, pithing needles, right?
I don't know how many is a bunch.
He's got 2 sorcerers. He's got 1 sorcerer's spyglass and one needle. Okay, so
yeah.
Not a bunch.
Well, I guess he can Academy Ruins back the. I don't know. Whatever.
What is this? Teleria? Is that a?
Teleria West.
That's a Teleria West transmute. All right. This should be good. Is it time to get the Rivulet?
Yeah, it's the engine. Time to race. Rivulet versus Teferi. And Blizzard can race to the emblem, try to get the Crucible off. Ten and 2 is pretty fascinating. I don't know how he literally beat
10 people?
10 people.
I think that's a Tectonic Edge.
Okay. Tech Edge is powerful
All
here.
right. All right, Tech Edge in combination with Crucible will play here. Ooh, Welding Jar. Ooh. I am confused.
Dismayed.
A Celestial Colony that's not going to do anything is now on the battlefield, giving the Ensnaring Bridge. Here we go. Let's get a good look at it. Here's some mana. Detention Sphere. Okay, well that's actually good. No, you have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me.
Too much. Too much to overcome.
I don't understand what's happening.
Next.
I don't understand what's happening. I think Joe won. Desphered a Needle.
He's going to get a Fairy Emblem uncontested, and Coyle's not beating that.
All right. You ready to go over the sideboard?
I guess.
I like the awkward smiles between both players. Like I'm not sure they know what had just happened. All right, Michael Coyle. 4 Spell Skites, 2 Psy Master Thopterus, 2 Tezzeret Ancient of Bolus, 2 Gearpow Aether Grid. A Phyrexian Revoker, another Sorcerer Spyglass, a Pedium, Council of Innovation, a Torpor Orb, and a Chalice of the Void.
I like the extra Spyglass to fight Planeswalkers.
You know what?
The Tezzerets and the 2 Sighs.
You know what? I'm making an executive decision. Nick, you put this on camera, you're coming in the booth. This is your birthday present. Get in here. This is happening right now. Get in here. Joe Blizzard, 3 rest in peace. Yes. Get it. Patrick opted out. You're opting in.
I can't watch this, man.
You have to opt in right now. All right. 3 rest in peace, 2 Dispel, 2 Ceremonious Projection, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Baneslayer Angel, 4 negates. Excuse me, unnegate, a Celestial Purge, a Timely Reinforcements, and a Settle the Wreckage.
I guess the Stony Silences and the Ceremonious Rejections seem like they would play here.
Okay. All right.
And the negate.
Let's fire up an Ultimate Guard commercial. We're getting Nick Miller in the booth right now. That's what we're doing. This is happening. He put Grixis War on. It's his birthday. It's game time. What do we got? The backpack, the sleeves, the backpack. Let's go. We're back.
Oh, yeah.
Cedric Phillips. We'll change that name on the bottom to Nick Miller, maybe, if we can. You did this.
Look, he's 10-2.
You did this.
This deck, this player could win this tournament.
Michael Coyle can win the tournament. We can't figure out how his deck wins.
Well, there's a couple of things.
Okay.
You can just do the decking thing.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure Bottle Cloister, you can just deck people out.
All right.
You can also do the Ifnu Rivulet.
Mill them with Crucible.
Crucible combo.
Okay.
You can just get all their lands with that, with Tech Edge and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
You basically just make them tap out.
Most of the time, I think the opponent just gives up,
yeah.
right?
And then the sideboard stuff is where, like, the real win cons come in. So they have Psy,
okay,
which probably should just be in the main deck, and then they have Tezzeret as well.
All right.
Along with Padim.
Yes.
Council of Innovation.
Innovation, yeah. This is our birthday present to you.
Well,
or perhaps the birthday present to yourself.
I figured if somehow this deck made top 8, people would be like, "Well, how did this deck get here?"
Yeah.
And like we have to show it.
Okay. All right. Hey, you've been doing this for a while.
So,
I trust your judgment.
Yeah.
We just watched. I don't know what we watched in Game 1.
I don't know what that was either. I saw Michael blow up a good handful of his own permanents.
That happened.
And then somehow he lost the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now Game 2 is going to be underway here in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Blizzard on Azorius Control. It was a detention sphere that caused Michael to.
I guess
tap out.
His game plan is he has to lock out the Planeswalkers with the Pithing Needles and that kind of stuff. So
yeah. So he spyglassed a Flooded Strand, and then a Jace kind of got some work done.
That was probably a mistake.
That may have been.
But
and then the needle named Jace, and then that got detention sphere, and then the game ended.
Yeah, he was probably just going to lose to Jace at that point.
Anteferi. Chase Anteferi. So here we go.
Hey, he's got 2 more games.
Here we go.
If you want to call these games, like whatever we're watching.
We got Tolaria West. Oh, there's the Rivulet.
Oh yeah.
And now here's a Needle. Probably going to name Jace.
I would name a Planeswalker.
All right. And now there's a Mishra's Bobble. All right.
I love that Bobble's in this deck too. Got to look at the top card.
Going to take a look with the Bobble. Michael Coyle will draw a card from the Bobble here in just a bit as we go to Joe Blizzard.
And not to just hate on the deck or Michael Coyle or anything. Also, we got to give some love to Joe. Joe's 10-1-1.
Yeah.
He could also win this tournament.
He can also win the tournament. So. Absolutely. Azorius Control, a little bit more of a standardized modern deck that we're used to seeing. I would say that. Now, Joe's deck does have a lot of dead cards in it. Path to Exile, blank. Timely Reinforcements, hilariously bad in this matchup. Stony Silence here.
That carries some weight.
That'll probably be really good against Michael. That's a Chalice for 1.
Let's do a quick check if Michael has a way to get Stony off the tell.
All right.
I think he just has to EE. No, you can't even
EE.
You can't even EE it off.
Can't EE that away. Don't tell me he's dead to that.
I guess he has to
He just played one.
Scythopterist and just get you with tokens.
All right.
Get some of me on the battlefield.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Nick Miller, our resident Thopter token. Sai is on the battlefield. See, this is what you were playing all along. You knew that he can only win with Sai, and then we have to have a lot of you on the battlefield.
Unintentional, but I'll take it.
Gotcha.
Also, this deck puts up winning records and wins PPTQs and wins, shows up in classics and stuff too. And it's just I don't know if we've ever actually shown a full match of this deck on the tour yet. I know we've cut to Jody playing it and we've cut to some other people playing it, but we got to get the full experience.
So we did cut to a match, I believe, in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. There's a detention sphere to take care of Sai, so that's going to be a problem.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We cut to a match where Jody Word
I know.
for Expedition Map sacrificed the Expedition Map for a Ghost Quarter and then conceded a turn later. It was a little strange.
Yeah. So I got to be concerned for Michael now that one of his 2 Sais have been desphered.
Okay.
Because he has no way to get these permanents off the battlefield.
Teferi is going to be tough.
And he only has 1 more Sai. I am assuming his 2 Tezzerets are in after the board here.
I'm going to assume that as well.
I think, doesn't Padim give your other artifacts hexproof?
That's correct.
So he probably is going to need to get that card in play. But I'm at a loss.
So Teferi on the battlefield, 5 counters. Michael Coyle has now searched up a land. His deck is beautiful. A lot of inventions, a lot of expeditions.
That's the other thing. I wanted to make you guys have to figure out all of the inventions and the expeditions.
The truth is fully coming out now. We've got inventions, expeditions, and a deck where it's unclear how it wins. All of it together. Oh, well, there's a win condition.
There's Tezzeret.
That got countered.
Okay. Yep. So he's down to 1 Tezzeret, 1 Sai left.
All right.
I believe.
This is a tough road to hoe here for Michael Coyle. Joe Blizzard's going to play a land and go up with the Terraria up to 6 counters.
I guess Gearpair Aether Grid could also come in and
that could do something.
Be a win con. I don't know. It can race a Planeswalker too because you can shoot it down.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
I have to imagine Joe's deck's just every counterspell he has. So,
Torpor Orb?
Ooh.
I think that's fine.
That just shuts down Snapcaster Mage?
I think that's probably it, yeah.
Vendilion
Click, yep.
I mean, it's still a 3-1. That would probably beat him down.
Let's see what we got here. Hieroglyphic Illumination, very popular card here this weekend for our control players.
Yeah, this card popped up on the map when Ben Stark played Jeskai Control in Baltimore a few events ago.
Yeah.
He played a super weird build with no Snapcaster Mages, a bunch of Rest in Pieces.
Yep.
And then we had him in the sideboard. He talked about how Illuminations was better than Opt.
Yep.
Because it could give you the extra draws. So.
And, cycles. Basically a better Opt in some instances.
And now we see, Nikolic, Rossum, Nelson,
yeah.
and I think Seth also all have him.
Yeah. All right, so Colonnade got fired up. It got ghost quartered. So Joe's got an island now. So maybe Michael Coyle's deck is just really bad against Planeswalkers. Maybe
maybe the control decks are just a horrible matchup.
Any deck that has Teferi or Jace, maybe.
I believe. No, Rossum lost to Michael Coyle, I think, in the feature match yesterday.
Oh, okay.
In a backup feature match.
Okay.
So
okay.
maybe this deck just. Well, no. If you beat Rossum, I don't get it. I'm at a loss.
Coyle going to draw. There's a Glimmer Void. That's not going to die anytime soon.
Right, and Teferi is not too far from blowing up all his permanents.
Nah, 2 turns until it goes ultimate, and then that's bad news there for Michael Coyle. Draw another card, up to 8.
You know what's going to happen if Joe wins this match?
What's that?
Michael's going to play a win in round 15, and we're probably going to have to watch that.
No. All right, man.
Or at least put it on backup.
Well, we definitely put on backup because we'll definitely be able to throw to it. We got to search. Ooh, what's this? Teleria West is going to be transmuted. Can't stop that. Can stop what comes after it, though. Let's see. So he can get some sort of land.
Yeah, and it gets zeros too, so it can get engineered explosives.
Can't use it. Stony.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah.
He's going to get Inventor's Fair. This is my favorite.
Can also tutor up more artifacts that can't be used.
This deck is going off. T-West for Inventor's Fair. Inventor's Fair is going to find, I have no idea.
This is delightful.
This deck is charming insofar as I've been covering Magic for 6 years, been playing it for much more than that. I have legitimately no idea how this deck wins. It's like Lantern, but doesn't have the same prison effects.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a better Lantern?
It's been around for a couple months, and people are putting up results with the deck. Like,
it does fine on Magic Online. Michael's 10-2. I imagine he mills people out with Ipni Rivulet plus Crucible because he doesn't have any other deserts. Yep, that's it. It's a Teferi.
And
it's a Teferi emblem.
Means the game is over. So, well, Joe, 11-1-1. Very good shape for a top 8 run now.
You happy with what you just did there? Put that on? You
know, as Patrick likes to talk about, you got to enjoy all the games.
Yeah, you got to get a little piece of everything.
This is part of the format. This is something you have to experience.
And we experienced it all right.
And the viewers at home got to experience it.
Joe Blizzard wins this match over Michael Coyle 2-0. Azorius Control takes care of Grixis Control. That's